steal your soul. It's mind control.
Hello everyone, thank you for watching the video. We've got a lot of good stuff. I hope you do watch it all because everyone has a lot of good stuff to say about the making of this video and their involvement. I really hope you stay tuned and hear what they have to say. Here's what I have to say as the director. This is by far the greatest video I have ever made, and that is due to the people involved. If there was one person missing that day from the production, it wouldn't have worked the way that it worked, and it worked flawlessly. I mean, the day rolled by so smoothly, and that was because everyone knew exactly what to do and when to do it. We didn't have to shoot anything more than twice, and literally the only reason that I shot everything twice was just to have a backup. I think it would have worked with one take on every scene. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. And there were a lot of elements that needed to fall into place at the right moment, and everyone just was on cue. Amazing. I mean, I've never had a shoot go that smoothly before, ever in my life. So good teamwork, good dedication, everyone. You're all amazing people, and I'm going to give a quick shout out. I won't make this lengthy. Jared Boysen, you had an idea in your head, and you took that idea, made a story with a song, and produced the music, multi-tracking in your studio, put it together. Sounds amazing. And then you called up Derek Billick from the Knobs, the front man for the Knobs. Derek, you are an amazing vocalist. Holy cow, I've heard you sing with the Knobs, and it's the most energetic music I've ever heard in my life. And then you come and do this for Jared, and same thing. It's something that I've heard this song 100 times because I when editing, and I'm still not sick of it. I love it. Charles Hicksonbaugh. Hey, Creepy. You did an outstanding job of playing, Mr. Murder, and working with the Oskaloosa Community Theater and all of the other experiences you've had acting have definitely led up to this last performance. Outstanding. Rachel Singley, I got a lot to say about you. I believe the role that you played took a lot of bravery, actually. Not every role is meant for every person. And you did an outstanding job of pushing through all of the scenes. And personally, had I been in your shoes, I would have been a little frightened. Just saying. Outstanding job. Thank you. Let's see. Rosé. Holy cow. The makeup job you did on Rachel. Had I seen her on the street, and we actually had the incident at Casey's, which is funny. Had I seen her on the street, I would have probably called 911 for help for her. Amazing job. Keep on doing what you're doing, and I hope you further your career. And would love to work with you in the future on many things. And Joe Manek, thank you very much. You were a great grip for us. If we needed something, you were there to get it. Thank you very much. And last but definitely not least, Maynard Johnson, thank you for the use of your generator. Otherwise, we would have been out. We wouldn't have had anything to play the sound with. I wouldn't have had lighting to light the scenes. Like I said, had any one person been missing that day, not been present, this production would not have worked. So thank you, everyone, so very much. Awesome. And also, please, like I said, stay tuned and listen to what this great group of people has to say about this production. They're very interesting and talented people. Stay tuned.
actually no band. I started my own home recording studio probably about 5 years ago. I really needed an outlet for a lot of the stuff that was in my head, and I like to write and record, and I've been doing that for the most part of the last 20 years or so. So that's what it was. I did some research online, and I bought the software and all this stuff, and been trying to figure out how to use it. And so it was basically me just recording everything, guitar tracks. The drummer is actually a drum software that you can use inside your DAW, that you can edit to your liking as well. So all that was me. And when the song got finished, it was pretty intense. It was pretty high energy song. So I knew that the vocals had to be right there, just as high energy to really match that in the song. So I called up a buddy, Derek Billick. He is the front man of the Knobs, and we had a previous project together not too long ago. So he was stoked about it. He wanted to come over and do some vocal work for it. So that worked out really well, and he actually threw it down in no time. It was just literally a matter of a few takes. And we had to tweak a few things after that, but it didn't take very long, and the whole project, the whole song came together, and it was really, really cool to see, and it was amazing to watch him work in the studio with me, and after that was said and done, it was just the idea was there. It was like, we have to make a video. The song came about, like I said, it was last July, a year ago, and there was a lot of things going through my head, but it was more of a push to do original music. Like I needed to get my own stuff out, and at the time I was playing in a cover band, Dallas City Limits, but I really felt like I needed to focus on the stuff that was in my head, because it was just once you get that feeling, once you get those thoughts, it's really hard to kind of push those off to the side, especially when you're a musician. So there was just too much telling me that you have to just stop what you're doing and record your own music and get it out there. So that's what I started doing, and that, in a big way that I found in this last year, is kind of therapeutic as well, very much so. So I was just messing around after work, and I was actually messing with my new Digitech drop pedal, and it was new at the time, and so I was just messing around with some riffs. So it was just pretty much me just jamming. I was just having a good time at home. I was trying to find my groove and trying to find something to record. After a while, you get warmed up a little bit, I guess. You whether it's finger exercise or something like that, you just catch on to something that sounds kind of groovy to you, and you just kind of build off of that. So that's kind of what happened. Just kind of messing around, and so the other cool thing about this Digitech drop pedal is it has an octavator on it, which you can get the lows and the highs. So I was using that, and I was just having a good time, and somewhere along the lines I came up with the main riff. So it came out, after a few minutes, it just came out something like this. Not sure if I'm playing that right, but so yeah, kind of messed around with it a little bit more, and sitting there thinking, I was like, well, this definitely needs another part, it needs to go somewhere. And you know, like I was just kept messing with it, and you know, I don't really remember how these things come together or how they happen. You know, they just do. So somehow I came up with the intro riff, which is this right here. Kind of sloppy, but there it is. And so yeah, the whole song just kind of came together that way. And for the whole song, I did use this octavator effect on it. I really like that. I've heard a lot of new music kind of using that too, but it does also go back to some of the older school rock and roll, Black Sabbath, you know, that type of stuff. So I like it. I think it sounds great, and I'll probably continue to use it more.
The video came about, it was actually a later process, because originally we just got together to jam and see if we could create a song. It wasn't until afterwards that we kind of realized that we really had something that we were wanting to say with this song, and that once the ideas got flowing with like music video ideas, we kind of, it was effortless. We kind of came from the same idea of the vibe we were going for and what we wanted to say. So, I mean, the idea of the music video was just kind of a thought, and he knew someone that was potentially interested in filming us. So, it was more planning and more thinking. And then it just one day it lined up, the stars aligned, and everyone showed up, and we did this awesome little video I'm very proud of. It's not out yet, but I can't wait to see it. And a lot of wonderful, great people involved that just, it got me excited for more in the future. And so yeah, I hope you guys love it and check it out.
How we went about writing the lyrics, Derek came over one day. He says, "Hey, what do you want to write about?" I says, "I've got some ideas." And I told him about this one video that I saw of a girl. It was an older video, but this teenage girl who grew up in a cult. And so she was tortured, she was raped and used for sex crimes and this and that, mind control, you name it. And it was very emotional and very real, surreal to watch that. But at the end of that video, she had wrote a poem, and it just got me. There was only like 3 lines to the poem, but it just really hit home, and I almost lost it. And so the song, we just kind of decided to write basically how we're victimized by our government, and we don't really say specifically in the song what it is, but the song is written about being victimized. And so it's so the video kind of went into a storyline, or hopefully that's what it is to you guys that view it. But it's kind of that storyline, the victim that's being tortured and chased and trying to escape. So we had the multiple scenes, scripts and stuff like that. And to be honest, it was my first time doing a music video, and it was really cool to see. I'm very pleased to say that we had an awesome little group. Everybody knew exactly what to do. They knew their own part, And as soon as we got there and started going, it just fell together. Watching the actors and the makeup artist, she was awesome, and just everybody do their own little part was just really cool. I mean, I was standing back in amazement just watching these guys work. The cinematographer, KnappTime Productions, you know, just an awesome job from everybody. And coming out at the end of the night, you know, it started to get a little late, but you know, we were pretty productive, I would say, and we got through a lot. We accomplished quite a bit that night, and you know, we didn't have to rush anybody to the hospital or anything like that. No cops showed up, so all in all, I would say that's a success.
So the song came about from Jared, and he approached me if I'd be interested in working on it with him, if I had any lyrics or stuff I was writing on. And I'm always writing lyrics, so I said, absolutely, I'm down. And showed up at his place and just kind of started bouncing ideas back and forth. And pretty quickly I realized this was something I wanted to get involved with, so here we are.
The substance of the music and what it turned out to be, for me, is the biggest part, because it's writing about something real, and I'm all about that nowadays. So if it's enough to put out just a little bit of awareness for people, or maybe give them an idea of, you know, hey, this stuff's possibly going on in the world, you know, and you know, let them take that idea and maybe use it to their advantage. I mean, so if somebody can watch the video and listen to the song and then understand lyrically where it's coming from enough to get an idea to become aware and maybe, you know, look into some of these other situations and kind of realize, or, you know, get the idea of realization that there's something else going on outside of our own existence, you know, our own routine of going to work every day. You know, there's a lot more going on out in the world. So for this one song and video, I guess if somebody can take that away, that's pretty awesome in my opinion, and I feel pretty good about that.
With the song, you know, it's just great being able to put anything out as a musician and hear feedback, because it makes you a better musician, and of course, it makes you feel good when people like your stuff. So that's kind of what the whole music video in a light sense is about. But there's another side of the whole song that has, you know, a darker, deeper meaning to it. You know, there's a whole story behind the song and how we kind of came to write the lyrics we did. But the music video on the song is also an eye-opener, you know, to anyone who's a deep thinker or anyone who loves their lyrics. There's a lot of, you know, messages in there, you know, things just to think about, and just I hope it reaches all kinds of different people. I hope they can see the different messages we're trying to go for. I definitely know that the writing process was effortless with the song, because Jared and I were both, you know, from day one on the same page with what we wanted to write about, and you know, just where we wanted to go with the song. So that made the music video very easy and honestly very fun and stress-free, and having all the amazing people involved, you know, that was just a thrill to watch. So I hope you see it. I hope you love it. Take care. Keep rocking.
So I got to tell you guys, I've got to give you a huge shout out. This thing turned out really well, and for being a first time for me, I'm super excited about it. It was awesome to watch. all you guys knew exactly what to do. I was just standing back in amazement and watching you guys do your thing. I mean, the passion that you guys showed in doing a little project like this, and you know, it's a first time video, but like I said, it was pretty successful. We got through the night, and we made a pretty cool video, I think, and each and every one of you guys has, you know, a little piece of unique creative artistry that makes this video very, very special and very awesome. So I want to thank all you guys, KnappTime Productions, for helping me out with this, and it was great, and maybe we can do it again sometime in the future. I definitely have some more ideas. I've got lots of ideas. So yeah, that's it for me. Thanks everybody. Take care.
Well, I've been doing the acting thing for quite a while. I'm in community theater, and I also do music. And Jared and Derek did the song. They wrote the song and they played the song. And of course, Jared and I have a history, so he knows I'm doing the acting thing, and he knows how much I like to do music. So of course they asked me to do this, and I says, well, of course I'm going to do this. And he says, what kind of character do you want? And Jared kind of explained what it was about, and I went, I know just the character that you want. So that's the guy I went with. And then he, you know, asked me about if I knew any actresses. Well, of course I do. Rachel's the first one that came to my head, and she's just fantastic, and we've worked together, so it came out well. So the video is kind of dark, but it does send the message is a dark message. So I hope it'll all relate to you, and if it really hits you right here, act on it.
Set was different than a lot of the sets I've worked on before, mainly because we were actually on location. The barn that we were able to film in was a super creepy, super cool place that we found in Oskaloosa. And the minute I walked in, I saw the hay all over the place, and I'm like, oh, this reminds me of my childhood. I just want to play in the hay. It was great. But yeah, there was like broken glass on the ground and strange wires, you know, everywhere. It really gave me an extra sense of the storyline. It gave me more of a sense of my character. It was a little scarier. It was, you know, it made me a little more nervous because I was in my bare feet. I'm like, am I going to cut my foot open on a piece of glass? Maybe. Let's use that. You know, and I think it speaks to the authenticity of this video. We really tried to be authentic, not only in the set, but in the emotion and everything that we put in it.
What are we doing here?
I'm putting a slit on her ankle and a wound on the front.
Okay.
not too bad once the sun went down. Perfect day for a music video. We got our mad scientist over there. Our lunatic, who honestly could not be more of a lunatic. People involved from the Oski Theater. We got a hell of a cameraman. An excellent makeup artist who knows her shit.
Mr. Murderizer, how do you?
Here we are, so hell yeah.
How are you feeling about this scene? I'm so. And what do you think about all of this?
I'm ready to get tortured.
Yeah, that's my boy.
I'm rolling. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm zooming in on you guys. That's an awesome picture, man. Holy shit. That's creepy. Everybody look this way. Holy shit. Okay, and action. And you're down? You're down? And Charles, where's Charles? Okay.